What is wrong with that guy? Look at these idiots. These people are definitely mental human beings. Wow. Yeah, gotta be joking. This is probably the most hilarious shit. Government in Bermuda has begun to crack down on illegal banners and signs at frequent accident spots across the island. The minister confirmed that confirmed that work crews have been working to remove signs. Oh man, that shit's funny. But yet the sign that's down by my mom that's been there always on that road, there's no accidents on that road. So you're telling me signs that are on walls are creating accidents at midnight and at 3 o'clock in the morning. OMG. Okay. Okie dokie. What a bunch of idiots. This guy has always been an idiot. Oh boy, I tell you, man. Some people really are dumb. Every day I do this before I come on here. I go on. It's like a never ending story. Oh boy. One more idiots. Crowd of several hundred people gathered in Boston Copley Square and marched through the city as a part of a national protest against the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) Friday afternoon in the freezing cold snow. This person says, "I can smell them from Worcester." Worcester. Oh man, this shit's funny as hell. While the normal folks were at work. Yep, that's sad. Ice, ice, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Exactly. What did that do? Let me see the comments. Wake up. More than you're doing. Oh, they said the weather was supposed to get worse and worse. It is. Some people, but I tell you. What an asshole. What a freaking idiot. She could say whatever she wants. Unreal. Look at these fucking idiots. Fucking idiots. Oh, hey, Sophie. How you doing? Thank you. You too. Hey, Barbie. What's going on? Oh boy, the weather is definitely deteriorating. It's already up to 18 miles an hour. It's supposed to reach almost 60. It's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. Look at all that rain coming. The whole radar is completely green. Holy shit. Oh well. Looks like I might not be going out tonight because it's only 3 o'clock now. I'm supposed to be going out like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Looks like that ain't gonna happen. It's supposed to get worse and worse. I'm kind of glad I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna telling everybody, look, I'm not going nowhere. You guys can go. I'm not getting caught up in this bullshit weather. There'll always be other things to do. It actually might be getting called off soon. They might call it off. Let me see. Hmm. I guess not. They haven't called it off yet. It doesn't start till 9, so I guess we'll see if they call it off or not. Hopefully they do. That means I don't have to definitely go. I don't think I'm going anyway. I don't really want to. We'll see. We shall see if I'm going to go or not. That's all you see all over the news. Epstein files released. Blah, blah, blah. Epstein files released. Blah, 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 blah. So sick and tired of hearing that shit. Every time you go on YouTube's first page, it's like all they do is talk about negative shit. Oh. Prince Andrew. Epstein set Andrew up on a date with a 26-year-old Russian woman after his conviction. Okay. So I know it's, disgusting for an old man to be with a 26-year-old, but at least she's not 16 or 6. Like, I mean, that's kind of disgusting either way, but because he looks very old in this picture where he's with the girl, apparently. Unreal. Windsor, Sarah Ferguson, and Peter Madison feature. Elon Musk too. Oh shit. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same here. 3 million pages. That's incredible. Yeah. At 26, she knows better. Yeah, but she's trying to make money as a hoe. She's a prostitute. So she wants money from these big, name people, which is what they do. They want to, make money. They want to make money. And then they cry wolf or frame the person to give them more money. That's exactly what Epstein did. He set up Prince Andrew because he knows he's got royal money. Let him bang the 26-year-old, hooked him up, probably filmed it all. Said, look, I got you with this prostitute. So I'll blast it out there and put you all over the place if you don't tell me, if you don't give me money. And he probably says, I don't give a shit, go right ahead. And here we are years and years later finding out about it. He's going to be in a lot of hot water now. But you know what? I mean, I'm not trying to justify anything for him, but if you're an older guy and you got a 26-year-old come to you, that's her choice. She knows the deal and he knows the deal. So, at least she's of age and she's old enough. Like, even if he was like, 50 or something, or 60, who cares? A lot of younger women want older men because the younger guys are idiots and treat them like shit. So they rather have an older guy. But in the photo, he looks like he's about maybe 50 something. And the girl's lying on the ground. It doesn't show her face, but she looks small. So maybe they adjusted the age. So, I mean, either way, it's doesn't look good on his part. And it's prostitution. So he's probably going to get burnt. He's definitely going to get burnt. No. Oh well, that's the price you live when you deal with hers. Uh, that's sad. He's 65 years old. Yeah. See, and that was 2010 that he did that. So that means he was 50. Yeah. So see, he was 50 years old banging a 26-year-old. That's not extremely bad. I mean, people do that now regularly. You know, you didn't even need a hoe for that. But his spouse is Sarah Ferguson. Well, not now, but was his spouse. He has children, and his siblings are, you know, there too. And he's born on February 19th. So he's an Aquarius. You dirty Aquarius. Yep. Huh. Andrew pictured in all fours over a woman. Yeah, but if the woman is like I said, if he was 50, if that happened in 2010, like they said, if that's the case, and he's 50 and he's hunched over a 26-year-old, like that's not, that's not pedophilia or, you know, bad shit, you know? You're just with a hoe. And who's to say that I don't know, like that's the thing. That's kind of I don't know. I mean, I mean, yes, it's a hoe, and you bought her from Epstein. Epstein hooked you up with her, and it's pure email saying, all that shit. And then there's emails saying that these guys used to torture these women. And some of the one woman they in an email, one woman went missing. They don't even know where she is. I'm like, I ain't surprised. These dirty fuckers. That's what they do. This is what they say allegedly. Allegedly, this is what happened, which ain't nothing to do with me. But at the end of the day, if you're 50 and you're banging a 26-year-old hoe, there ain't really no like law against that. I mean, only but just she's a hoe. But the way these guys are saying it like it's the worst thing in the world. That's not bad as what what the other shit says. Absolutely, I agree. Yeah, dang Aquarius trying to like make me look bad. Right, that's what I'm saying. They're of age, so what's so bad about that? He bought a hoe. Who cares? You know how many men buy hoes? Men marry hoes. So what's the difference? Now, if it was some pedophilia shit, allegedly, then obviously that's a little different. If it shows him with some little girl, now that's a big problem. I'll beat his ass myself. Oh, I guarantee that. They have to make sure they're going missing for good. You know. Either way, it's not right. At the end of the day, but they're trying to make him look like some, you know, prime suspect because it's Prince Harry. Who fucking mean Prince Andrew? I mean, who fucking cares? Epstein hook him up with a Russian hoe. Like, wow, who cares? I don't care. He can go and do whatever he wants. Apparently, Bill Gates. Apparently, good. Bill Gates was banging some of those hoes and got an STD and didn't want to give it to his wife, and that's why they got a divorce because she found out about it. He's in big trouble too. He's in a lot of trouble, Bill Gates. But his wife divorced him already, thank God. She got out while she did. He probably gave it to her anyway, allegedly. I don't know. These people are disgusting. Too much money, no brains, and then you try to do all this, dirty ass shit, and then you get caught. Yeah, exactly. All these Hollywood people, they're all in like, in cahoots with each other, and they're all like hush hush. And then when someone feels like it, they can do more damage. And that's what Epstein did. He was smart. He put everybody on blast so he could do what he wants. He did a lot of dumb shit himself. And then he had a woman on the side, his wife or woman or whatever she was to him. And he did all this other dumb shit as well. And then framed everybody else so he can get away with things. But if they really wanted to get him, like if they well, I know he's apparently he's dead now, right? But um, my whole take on that whole thing is, you have all that information now. And yesterday they were trying to. Yesterday this guy read a few of the emails online on his channel. He was very informative too. I watched it for like probably like 20 minutes. I don't really like listening to all that crazy ass shit that those people did. That's just discussion and would tarnish my brain cells. I think it's the most disgusting thing in the world. Um, you know, doing those things. But they tried to frame Trump millions of times. They tried to get him because even Epstein was telling one guy that I gotta get Trump to I gotta get him. He even said he was trying to set him up because he wanted to get Trump involved and get Trump in trouble. So apparently Trump went over to apparently he sent a Epstein sent a chick over to Mar-a-Lago where Trump was, and he says he never got a massage or anything. And he kept saying the girl came back and said negative, nothing's going on. He doesn't want me. So that's why Trump said what he said on live air. He says, I kicked his ass out of my club and out of Mar-a-Lago because he was the fucking idiot. So he must have found out that he was trying to frame him. And he weren't that stupid. He was like, no, no, you ain't getting me. So it says it right on the email that Trump never did anything because he tried to get him, but he was too smart. But he got Prince Andrew and a whole pile of other guys involved, but he didn't get Trump though. He said he tried to. So before that story even came out, Trump already said, and I know Trump's looked at all that shit anyway. And like I told everybody, if you wanted, if you had serious information from those Epstein files, right, that Trump was involved in any type of bullshit, he'd be locked up. And they would have locked him up so that way he won't be the president. But they don't have any concrete information on him because it's all bullshit. It's all he said, she said, allegedly, all that bullshit. And these people still think that, oh yeah, the Epstein files are getting released now. You know that the president has like the president has like access to all that shit, you dumbass. And so did all the other presidents before him. So they probably chopped all them files up. They probably shit in there that people ain't never seen. And there's got people in there that shit's probably all like, I mean, I'm sure the photos are real, obviously, because you can see like some of them are old and it's not AI shit. But you're never gonna really know. That's why all this AI stuff came out. It's to cover up the real shit. And that's why they decided to make AI such a big deal now. Because now they can cover up their bullshit and say, no, no, that's not real. That's AI. The only way you're going to really, really know the truth is if you have the photo in your hand, like a real photo that we used to go get developed. That's how you really know. Because even shit on your phone is still suspect because you can create shit, you can do AI shit that looks pretty much almost real. A lot of these AI videos look super real. Yeah. And even the photos look super real. Some you can obviously, see that's not real. But there's always a chance that, I mean, if you have the actual photo in your hand that's real, then that's a different story. If it's been taken by an actual camera, then you can tell if it's real or not because it got developed. But see, I don't think that's gonna happen because they would have to have their own development store, which probably they did, or they probably got those pictures developed from someone that they paid to not say nothing, and that's why you see the pictures now. I don't know. It's a lot of things that it could be, but I don't know, I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot more crazy things. Another thing that I was thinking is like, you know, they've had these files for so long. He's been dead for so long. And now you want to bring these files out because you think that, Trump has something to do with it. And then, like everybody says, if he did, then why hasn't the previous administration tried to fuck him over, allegedly? And you know, the reason why is because there is nothing. And if there is something small, it's probably something that's not, you know, pedophile related. Like, who cares if an older man is with a younger woman? That's the way life is now, anyway, and vice versa. There's actually like a couple on TikTok, like it's a granny with like a 20 something year old guy. And they're actually like a viral couple and shit like that. So what? Who cares? Like, people do whatever the fuck they want. People are mental. Your boobs accidentally sent you to a commercial break. Oh Lord. Shame on those boobs. Oh my God, talking about that. So I went to the city to go take my nephew to his haircut appointment, and I went live in my van, but I deleted the live because it didn't make sense putting it on there. It was just a live where I was in my van talking, and it was so hilarious because I was in the van and there's like two stores right next to me. So people are getting out, going in the stores. It was a maternity leave store, like where you go get gifts for children. And right next to it, it's another children's store, like for like good clothes and things like that, and like stuff like that, like children's clothes places. So right where my van was right where the two doors are. I happened to park there. I'm glad I did because I got a lot of insightful action from all these sexy looking women that were going across. So I was in there talking shit, just about the women that were there and just making observations. And there was this elderly lady. She was probably like 65, 60 something. She was definitely in her like, early 60s, I would say. Like, she looked like a granny. But she looked good. She had a little nose ring, and I don't really like nose rings, but She had a little nose stud, in her nose, and she had her hair all did, and she had these spandex pants with this big wide ass. And I started laughing. I said, "Who the hell left their grand? Who the hell let their granny out of the house this morning looking like this?" And her ass was huge. Like it wasn't like extremely massive where it looked like different, like bad on her part. But I looked and I said, "You got to be kidding me! Who the hell let this grandma daughter whose daughter this woman's daughter let her out of the house like that?" And like the spandex pants was like lifting her ass up in the air, and I'm like, "Damn, this 60-something-year-old woman, she's like, I can't believe that she's looking like this. Like she looks good for her age, right?" And then she didn't realize that she was looking like this, and she didn't see me in my van looking at her, and I was talking about her the whole time, and she didn't even know. She didn't look inside my van, like she didn't think I was there. She was looking at the traffic for her daughter to pick her up. So when the car pulled up, I could see the daughter in the car, and I felt like saying, "You let your damn mama out of the house looking like that? That's dangerous. A lot of fucking hungry guys out here. Maybe she was looking for some young D." I mean, I'm going 49, so I told everybody on the live. I said, I'll take her out. If I ask like that, I can't say no. Shit, I'm an ass guy. I love a woman with a nice butt. So I was talking shit. Matt was in there. That comes in here. Matt, he was in there laughing like crazy. He goes, "I love your observations." Then it was like this young girl came through, walking through with these big ass eyelashes, and I was dissing her. And then another woman it was started to rain, and then this woman was out there with her baby in the baby cart. It was pretty funny. I was just talking shit, just teasing people as they came by, and just laughing and talking shit. I deleted the live because it was just like 20 minutes of me talking shit about asses and women and things like that. People probably get offended. Not that I care anyway. But yeah, it was pretty funny. It was a funny live. Tanya was there and Matt, and somebody else came in there at the very end. And I was just randomly talking shit. And then my nephew finished his haircut and came out, and I ended the live. But I was very shocked at that granny. I was like, damn, grannies are looking good. Shit. I was shocked. But you know what? To each their own. I don't see my mom, she doesn't dress. I've never seen my mom provocatively dressed or disrespected dressed. I've never seen my mom like, looking like some hoe or my sisters. Never. My sisters are very respectful. They don't really show too much. My youngest sister wears a lot of tight shit, but it's because she works out and she goes, but she doesn't randomly just go out like that, to the city. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. So you was reminiscing of the good times. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Brother's getting shitty. Oh well, it's life. Yeah, it's good to catch up with people you once were with or hung out with or dealt with or banged at one point. Mm. Sometimes I reminisce of, or think about, not reminisce, but think about people who I once was involved with and think about what they're doing at this current time. Yeah, same here. It's good to have good times, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with good times, you know? I still have good times, on here, in real life. I still want to do that when I get my shit sorted out. My body's kind of, in a bad state. I need to get my shit sorted out. I really need to like do something to make myself feel better. I blame myself though. I always say I'm going to make myself better and I don't. But it's really like I just don't have the energy to. Sometimes I feel like shit and sometimes I don't. Like right now, I have this pain that is right in the back of my ass cheek and I can feel it through the front. And it's like a pinched nerve or something. And it feels weird. Like it's there. You could tell it's there, but it's nothing that's hindering me, in a way where I'm like, oh God, something bad's gonna happen. Like it's just the way my body cramps up a lot now. And I always get like a cramp where I always pull like a muscle or strain a muscle. It's just so annoying, man. If I sleep wrong or I sleep on my side, I'll feel like messed up, then my neck hurts. And then it's like every day, my mom is right. And then she says, once you reach 50, everything goes downhill after that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Shit. Starting to feel my blues every day. I'm really starting to like feel my muscles are hurting so much. Yesterday when I was standing up behind here, I went live playing music for like an hour, and my left side was like going numb from me standing there too long. That's why when I play music, I try to go like this to like balance myself out because it's so. And I had good shoes on, but it didn't even matter. And today I feel worse by standing up so long. Try rolling on the floor as you release your tension. Yeah. Well, I need to do. Yesterday, I put one leg on top of the other, laying down on the couch, and that helped a lot too. Like I put my ankles on top of my other leg's knee, and I stretched it out, and I felt a lot better. But I'm not trying to like stretch too much because I don't want to overkill it, and then it hurts even more. But like right where my uh like where your hip bone is, like that, and it goes like this, like right on the hip bone side, like I can feel it, like right here in the back of my ass cheek and on the side. It feels like it's twisted. Like it feels like every time I move my left leg, I can feel it. Like it's a sharp. It's not an excruciating pain, like, or a bad pain. It's just like you can tell, like it's from like tension and stuff, and it's annoying. So I'm kind of like, damn it. But it happens a lot. It's like my hip bone. It's like right on the edge of my hip bone on my left side. It hurts. The other day I took like one of those hard balls and I like rolled on it on the wall and it made it worse. I was like, oh my God, that hurts. and I could tell like it's a muscle because it hurts. But it's not every day like it does it. It's like every now and then it's really bad. It's probably because when I do certain things or I stretch a certain way or I, do certain things, it'll happen. It was just like the other day when I put on my socks. I went to lift up my leg and I bent over like this, and a whole big pain shot right up my belly. Oh my god, it was so painful. It was like a huge muscle cramp. And then at night when I'm sleeping and I move or I twist, my right calf tenses all up in the front and in the back, like my shin and my right side. And it's like holy shit, that hurt. I mean, I used to always get cramps in my legs because I use my legs a lot. I'm always on my feet, always doing something. Many years I've DJed and been standing up for hours and hours and hours. And now I'm DJing again online and I'm standing there for like a whole hour and I'm like, holy shit, this hurts. I try like to take my mind off of it, but after I'm finished, that's when it hurts the most. And that's where this pain came from yesterday, from standing there for like an hour. But I have this little blue exercise ball. I'm gonna put it underneath my back and I'm gonna roll on it on the ground and see if it makes a difference. Yeah, I don't. I put rubbing alcohol on it, but not enough. Like I do it once in a while, but I should be doing it every day, twice a day. So that's another reason why I feel the pain because I'm not really doing nothing to take it away. But it's not a pain where it's like, oh, it's like you could feel it. I could feel it internally when I move. I can feel it even more. I know it's like a muscle or like a pinched nerve somewhere, and it's like right behind my D inside, and it goes all the way up my side of my like on my hip, and it goes all the way up my back. So I guess it must be twisted in where that hip bone is. It must be like a muscle that goes like that because I could feel it. Stupid. It's annoying. And it just started yesterday, the day before, from standing up and playing music. That's what happened. And I had shoes on both times. My sister always tells me go get a massage and then they'll take the kinks out. I'm like, yeah. When I get a massage, it makes it worse. I'll be like in pain for like 3 days and I can't even move because they dig me out so much to get that, you know, pain out that it hurts. If the weather wasn't so shitty, I would have gone to the field and walked around a bit. That always helps me. When I go outside and walk around, it helps a lot. But the weather's just been so shit, and it doesn't help me standing up to DJ. And then I've been standing up when I did those lives earlier today in my kitchen and crunching over. That doesn't help me either. So I have to do something about it. You know, I have to try and make myself feel a little better because this is like annoying. And then my right side is the same way, right up on my ass cheek, all the way to my knee. It hurts. And now that it's colder, I feel it even more. It's like, oh boy, look at all that rain. Everybody wants to go out tonight. Hell no. I don't think I'm going anywhere. I don't feel like it. Plus, I don't feel like standing up and then feeling more pain. I'm trying to stretch it out now. It's so annoying. Anyway, I've been on here for almost an hour now. It's pretty quiet. I don't know anymore. I'm just annoyed. And it's always, every time I try to go out, something happens. Yeah, I remember you saying. Like, I can tolerate a lot of pain, but one thing about me is like I always try to fix myself. I don't want no doctors and shit like that touching me and giving me med. I don't like taking medication. I almost took an Aleve just now because Aleve works for me, you know. Baked pork chops sound good. I don't even know what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. I have no idea. My sister said she was gonna go out with her son's girlfriend and her son, but I don't know. They ain't said nothing. I don't really care. I'll make whatever. I have tuna fish. I have eggs. I have bread. For lunch, I had a scone with cheese. Oh shit! Yeah. Well, that would do it. That would do it. Me, my bones are okay. It's just that, you know, it's my muscles that are a problem. My muscles have always been a problem. I always got muscle problems, sciatica. I've had sciatica for years. Some days it's bad, some days it's good, it's okay, some days I can tolerate it. That's the weird thing. When I work a lot, I'm okay, but when I come home, that's when I feel the pain. Working is not that bad. I can work, but it's like the after effect is the worst part. Yeah, I love scones too, especially scones with Philadelphia cream cheese. That's what I have for lunch because I didn't even know what else to eat anymore. I was so tired of eating bullshit, you know? Hey, Kitty, how you doing? The man that never sleeps. I wish I could sleep. I wish I could sleep during the day, but that'll be a miracle. That would be an absolute miracle if I can sleep during the day. At night I sleep, but not as much as I want to. I wish I could. And I go to bed late, but I always get interrupted or somebody will message me and aggravate me during the morning, like this morning. I was enjoying my sleep. All I hear is ping. So I woke up. I'm like, who the hell is this? Then I'm just shaking my head saying, man, you just couldn't wait to like say that shit to me afterwards. Ugh, so annoying. And during the day, it'll be impossible for me to get more sleep. I'll be on my couch probably sleeping. Somebody will call me and aggravate me. Were you sleeping? Yep, I was. Oh, I'm so sorry I woke you up. No, you're not. You're not sorry. But anyway, it's all good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have to be like super tired in order to, or sick in order to like sleep during the day. You know, I try not to sleep during the day anyway because it'll mess up my whole sleeping pattern. You know, I'll be like sleeping at 3 o'clock, waking up at like 5, and then I'll be like full of energy and awake. And then midnight comes, I'm like, now what? I want to go, I should go to sleep. And then I go to my bed and I'm just sitting there like waiting for sleep to hit me, but it doesn't. And then next thing you know, you're waking up late in the morning and you fucks your whole schedule up. So I'm like, oh boy. So I try not to sleep during the day. Hell no. Like I always tell people, sleep at night. Ilda came in here last night after you left, Kitty. I told her you were here. She's like, oh yeah, she's my friend. Yes, I'm so glad she came by. I'm mad that I missed her. I was about to log off and Ilda came in at the last minute. She said she was celebrating. So I said, hey, well, go you. It's your birthday week. Why not? Celebrate away. Don't worry about me. But she was okay. She said she might pop in tonight. But she's like 4 hours behind me. So when I come on here at like midnight, it's 8 o'clock where she is. So it's like 4 hours behind. So it's a pain in the ass for her to catch me like at night. Yeah, she makes her rounds. I've known her for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I've known her for a long, long time. Oh, you're in Canada? Okay, cool. My auntie is in Mississauga in Toronto, and my nephew's in college in Canada in Toronto. And my auntie and uncle that passed away, uh, my auntie passed away like 2 years ago. She was from Vancouver, British Columbia. So I have family in Canada. My uncle died last year, or not, well, 2 years ago now. He was from Mississauga in Toronto. I'm in Bermuda, as most people know. I'm just a little island, a speck in the world, a little dot. It's very bad weather here today. It's getting worse and worse. It's getting windier and rainier. You're 4 hours away from Toronto. I'm between Montreal and Ottawa. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. My sister, my oldest sister, went to college in uh in Canada for years, and she went to Halifax, Mount St. Vincent University in Halifax. She was there for like 4 years, I think. So we have ties to Canada. Yeah, I'm in Bermuda. Bermuda is another world, several miles at sea. Guess who lives here? Marky. Yep, I've been here my whole life, born and raised. I love Bermuda. I wouldn't trade it for anything. Only downfall of living here is hurricanes. Every now and then we'll get a really bad hurricane, and it's not good. It doesn't end well. But over the years of dealing with them, we get very, very prepared, and we survive it. Nobody dies and shit like that, hardly ever. So our houses get a little messed up, the roads, trees. But that's the only downfall of living here. You have to dodge hurricanes every year. Every year we get close by ones, or ones that go right on top of us and destroy us for a bit. And we all come together and recuperate and we're fine. Yeah, Halifax, Nova Scotia. Yeah. She was there for 4 years in school. She's a teacher, my oldest sister. Now her son, my nephew, he's out. He's been at both her sons went to Canada. He's in Brock University. Yeah. Well, on here I have to have like a I have to speak different and act a little different. But if you knew me in real life, I don't really, talk like this, and I act like this, but I don't really talk like. I mean, we here in Bermuda we talk different. We say words differently. Sometimes I'll say words on here, and people are like, I like the way you say that. It's a different accent. But sometimes when I'm mad, I'll sound more Bermudianish. But the Bermudian slang and Bermudian words I can't say on here because nobody would know them. They'll be like, "What the hell is this guy talking about? Is this guy even talking English?" So I've learned to adapt. When I come on here, so it's different. You but I love America. I've been to uh, I've been all over the United States and Canada. I've been to Canada like 3 or 4 times. I've been to the United States like probably 50 times. All over I've never been to the West, but I've been there. Yeah, being over in Canada, there's a lot of French speaking people. So yeah, France, Francois, bonjour. You're French Canadian. Yeah, we have a few Canadians in here. There's a few Canadians that come in here. My friend Joey is from Vancouver. Um, there's a few other people in here from Canada. I just can't remember 'em. But Joey is my friend Joey that comes in here. She's from Canada. There's someone else that comes in here and from Canada. I can't remember who it is now. Oh, my friend Amy. She's from Canada. There's a few people that come from Canada in here. I have people from all over the world that come in here: UK, Canada, United States. There's a few people from Australia, New Zealand. They all come in here. It's nice to have different cultures and different people in your chat room sometimes. Makes it fun. You get to connect with the whole world. So it's nice. Yeah, I went to Toronto. I went to Toronto 3 times. My uncle and auntie has a house in Mississauga in Toronto and Ontario, and we drove to like Ontario and stuff. And at one time, I went out there to see my best friend. He was in college in Toronto, so I went to go see him during the summer. We had a great time, And I went there again. I think I've been there like 3 times. I think, yeah, yeah, something like that. But Canada is a nice place. Yeah, my aunt Maria, she's in Toronto and Mississauga, and she said that you can't even leave the house sometimes because it's so damn cold. It's unreal. And when my uncle was alive and he drove the car, he would drive, and then the whole way there, even in the car with the heater on, she said as soon as you get out of that car and you run to the store and you come back, you're like frozen. She says it's ridiculous. She said that this year was pretty bad. She was talking to my mom, and she's 83, I think, 83 or 84. And she still does everything, She still copes at that age, but she don't drive no more. But she complains about the winter a lot. Yeah. The coldest I've ever witnessed was probably in Rochester, New York, and Buffalo. I went to a DJ, and I used to DJ a lot, and travel and DJ all over the place. And my friend had a club in Buffalo, New York, and we had to go to Rochester first, and then we drove like 3 to 4 hours to Buffalo, and we were on the border of like Buffalo and Canada, and it was so cold, it was ridiculous. And I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" I had like a hoodie like this, a shirt, and a big ass jacket on top because I'm not used to that. It doesn't get cold here like that. Like the coldest it gets is like 50 something. And we don't have no snow or nothing like that. But my nephew that's in Toronto, he said that he can't stand being there. He can't wait till he leaves Toronto for good from college. He says it's the worst. He said last year was bad, but this year is even worse. He says that it's so damn cold, he just doesn't even want to be there. And I said, well, you wanted to go out there to school. That's your fault. Thank God I never did that. Hell no. That's why I love Bermuda. It doesn't get very cold. Cold to us is like now, where it's like 50 to 50 something degrees, 59, 58. Sometimes it goes down to like 52. It rarely reaches the 40s. Rarely. Like maybe once or twice a year it'll get down to that much. But yeah, I definitely know it gets really cold in Canada because everybody tells me. I'm so grateful to live here. We don't have no snow. We don't have to worry about no cold winters. But this month has been pretty nasty. We've had a lot of rain, wind. Tonight we're supposed to get a winter storm tonight with gusts up to 60 mile an hour, which is not good. As you can see above my head, it says gust storm force within periods of rain and showers. Could be heavy at times and possible thunder. Strong winds on Sunday morning and storm force winds in and around showers. So it's not good. We're gonna have some bad weather, and as you can see, all that rain already. So it's not looking good. And I'm supposed to go out to a party tonight, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. Which I'm kind of glad because I don't feel like going nowhere. We got small craft warning, gale warnings, a lot of bad shit coming this way. Nope, no snow, just rain. Once in a blue moon, it'll hail. That's about it. I've seen the last time it hailed here was probably about I have the video. I think it's like 4 years ago it hailed here. I thought that was crazy. I recorded it. I think it was like 4 years ago it hailed here in 2022. But we don't get no snow at all. It never gets that cold. Thank God. We don't want no snow. Hell no. Yeah. Our winters aren't that bad. It's only like January and February that it's really bad. So we're going through our bad periods right now where it's rainy and windy and annoying. At night, the temperature is at 55, 56, something like that. It's in the late 50s. So for us, it's pretty cold because we're not used to that all the time. But during the summer, it's like almost 90 degrees every day, which is crazy. If you don't have your AC on, you're pretty much going to die from heat. But see, here I don't really have my heater on. It doesn't get that cold where I need a heater, but it gets hot enough for an AC. I tell you that. That's for sure. My dad, he liked using a heater, and my nephews, they put the heater on when they get a shower and stuff. But not me. I don't really care for a heater. I don't really feel cold like that. I must have like polar bear skin or something. I can handle the cold. I guess because I got meat, you know. But yeah, otherwise that it's a beautiful place to be. I wouldn't trade living here for anything. It's not raining that bad. It's like sprinkling and stuff. It's not really getting that bad at times. Hopefully it misses us. Hopefully all this bad weather misses us because Bermuda's a very small island. And for us to get hit directly by some big ass storm is it's likely but highly unlikely. Like, but when like big thunderstorms come over us, it can destroy shit for sure. Last year we had some of the worst thunderstorms ever. It thundered like every month during the summer. And everybody was like, what the hell is going on? Why are we getting all this thunder and lightning now? We never used to have that shit. And honestly, it was like so bad. I was sitting in here one Saturday. My nephew was next door and I was here, and my sister was away. She went to and my other nephew was away, and I'm sitting over here, and all of a sudden it starts raining, then the lightning, then the thunder, and I go look on the radar, and all I saw was this big red patch coming towards where we live, and I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna get hit bad. So I text my nephew. I said, look, we're gonna get hit bad in like 10 minutes. So just brace yourself. The thunder and lightning's come. We're probably gonna lose electricity. But thank God we got the generator. Well, guess what happened? The lightning and thunder came, blew out the electricity. The generator comes on, and then about 5 minutes later, the lightning and thunder blew the generator. So we were without power for like a couple hours until the actual power came back on. And then the generator was blown. They blew the motherboard. And this is during hurricane season. It was in August, I think it was. And next thing you know, I had to go on eBay, go order this part for the generator, FedEx it in as fast as I can. It came within like a couple days. Then I had to replace it and get it all back up and running. And thank God I did, because about a week later we got a hurricane, and the generator was running. So I was like, thank God. But it can be very that, and then like I said last year, the thunderstorm blew people's chimneys apart, because we have chimneys here that stick up out of our roof, and it's like probably like about 7 feet that it goes up in the air. A lot of people have these long like chimneys coming out of their roof, and the lightning in higher elevated areas, the lightning struck one of my clients' house, and the lightning struck the chimney and completely like demolished it in half. And there was like rocks and shit all over the parts of the chimney was everywhere. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. And I was like, holy shit. And I was like, that's what the lightning did? He goes, yup. And there was like a big tarpaulin around it so the water won't go inside. And I was like, you gotta be joking. Like, yeah, never happened before, like to this house or in that area. But the lightning will get you though. If it strikes close, it'll blow up everything. So last year was pretty bad for weather here. We had back to back hurricanes here. It was pretty bad. We were without power for like 4 to 5 days. Both hurricanes blew out our electricity. Thank God we had the generator and it was working. But to run the generator with propane gas, it burns it all out within a matter of time. Like it lasts like probably 4 days maximum on a full tank. And to fill the tank up is like $400 to $500. So if it after 4 days you're already gonna spend, it's like using $100 a day just to have the generator run, which is a pain in the ass. But it's the only alternative unless we get solar power. Then if we get solar power shit, you pay like thousands and thousands of dollars and it pays for itself in like 25 years. And I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. So thank God it doesn't happen on a regular basis. So we've been very fortunate to like dodge a lot of bad hurricanes. So God loves us. We're all right. We didn't suffer too badly last year with hurricanes, even though it was a pain in the ass not to have real electricity for 5 days, 4 to 5 days, and had listened to that damn generator running all day and have it eat all the gas, and then you got to spend all this money. So yeah, it's the joys of living here. Those are some of the negative parts of it, but it's only a couple days out of the year where you have bad things like that happen. But it was a lot worse back in the day, that's for sure. I mean, nobody had generators back in the day. Nobody can afford that shit. And if you had a generator and it was running all night, or they heard it, they're gonna go steal it. And that's what happened. I was about what 10 years old. We got a really bad hurricane, and a couple people had generators, and they had to chain the generators to the ground, like and chain it to like something like on the wall so people won't steal it. Because not too many people had generators, and we were like 3 weeks without power. I've endured some bad times back in the day. When I was younger, times were hard. We didn't have, electricity for weeks because of the hurricanes, no school, no nothing. Barely. Thank God we had water and stuff, but and food. this life. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go lay down on my couch and relax for a bit. I'm gonna chill out for a hot minute, and then I'll be back later on today, some point in time. I gotta keep my eyes and ears open about this party tonight. See if I'm gonna actually go or they're gonna cancel it. So I hope they cancel it and make it for next week or something like that, so I can go if I want to or feel like it. But apparently the weather's gonna get worse. Oh, okay, cool. If you're gonna go live soon, then I'll probably pop by if I get the notification and see if you're there. I'll come in and hang out with you. I'll keep my eyes open, see when you go live. All right, you too. Have a good day. Okay, Barbie, take care. All right, I'll be back later on. Ciao.